All right, week 12, coding assignment. It is a CRUD application. Create a CRUD app of your choice using an API or JSON server. Use JQuery AJAX to interact with the API. Use a form to post new entities, build a way for users to update or delete entities, include a way to get entities from the API, use Bootstrap and CSS to style your project. I may have just seen the and part. So let's take a look at my code. Looking at my index.html page first, you'll see that I use Bootstrap for styling, and I've created a simple form to input tasks, which will be displayed in a list below. So, yeah, I just saw the and part. I've primarily used Bootstrap for this project. In my title, I've titled the page "Things I Need to Do," which will display on my browser tab. My div class in the body will hold the information, and at the bottom, prior to the close of my body tag, I've got my links to my JQuery file with the script scores. And let's take a look now at the JavaScript file. And in the JavaScript file, I have created several functions using jQuery AJAX to interact with JSON server API. The fetch tasks function fetches all tasks and displays them in an unordered list. It's called every time the list needs updating. The add task function posts a new task to the API. I collect the value from the input field and send it as a post request. Notice how I use my local host here, function to add new task, and then function to edit a task and delete a task. They use the put and delete requests respectively, targeting tasks by their unique IDs. When editing, we open a prompt window, and that's where you can type the updated task. Our form has a submit event that prevents the default submission to handle it through AJAX. Instead, I also included a quick check to ensure that tasks cannot be empty before proceeding. On the back end, I'm using a JSON server, a simple tool to set up a RESTful API. Geez, I write all this stuff down because I have anxiety. And I want it to go quick. Sometimes I go long, and here we are, I'm rambling and going long. Blech. On the back end, I'm using a JSON server, a simple tool to set up a RESTful API. Our db.json file serves as a simple database. The start script in our package.json file ensures that the JSON server watches this file for any changes. To run the application, we use the npm start command, which launches the JSON server. Your task will be stored and retrieved from the db.json file. I don't know if we call it like a db.json, or I don't know. It just seems like the most intuitive thing for me to call it. So basically, I've created a simple but effective task list CRUD application and use jQuery for the front end operations and a JSON server for the back end and Bootstrap for styling. So let's take a quick look at how it works, and then I'll tell you about things that I learned that I should probably add to this type of a file. Anyway, here's the db.json. This is my basic database. That's where it's holding the messages. And then my package.json. Let's hop over here and run it. Here I have my task list, the page title, things I need to do. Here's the list, and let's enter a task. And then let's add another task. Excuse me. I have fall allergies. It's the worst. And let's edit this one. And let's delete and delete. And a couple of things that I could use to make this better or to update my my application is error handling, which I don't have included in the code right now, so that AJAX calls don't have an error handling, something goes wrong with the request, it could be beneficial to understand that. And then I could optimize it for code reusability. So that's it for week 12. Thank you.